In the last class, we discussed about the Reamer-Tiemann reaction. And in Saturday class, we had a doubt session also. Response was very good. And most of the students, I think, cleared the doubts. Clear, everyone? Now, still 2 chemical properties of phenol left over. If we complete that 2 phenols completes, then we will enter into ethers. Clear? So now, next chemical property is reduction. Reduction of phenol with zinc. Reduction of phenol with zinc. Okay. So first of all, here I want to mention one important thing, that is reduction. So reduction means what? Tell me. Removal of oxygen also I can tell. Is it clear? Reduction means removal of oxygen. Hope you are able to understand this one. So now what happens? See clearly, everyone know. So this is the phenol. So when phenol undergoes reduction with zinc, clear? So what happens? Zinc will remove this oxygen, because removal of oxygen is called as what? Reduction. Are you followed? Then after, what is the thing left over here? You see clearly, benzene, and here the byproduct formed is the zinc oxide. So this is the benzene and this is the phenol. Remember, this is one of the preparation methods of benzene. Clear, everyone? One of the preparation methods of benzene, this one. Right. Now, the last chemical property, that is the oxidation. Last chemical property, oxidation. Okay. Now, see clearly about the oxidation. So, here what happened? Phenol undergoes oxidation with Na2Cr2O7. What is the name of Na2Cr2O7? Sodium dichromate in acidic medium. Then here the product formed is this one. Clear? So what is the name of the product? See clearly. This is called as the benzoquinone. Product formed is benzoquinone. For oxidation and reduction, generally mechanisms will not be there. So for this reaction also, there is no mechanism till now. Mechanism is not known till now. Clear? So write quickly. Followed, these are the chemical properties of phenols. Okay, so phenols topic completed. Now we are entering into ethers. In that we are going to see, first of all, preparation methods of ethers. Preparation methods of ethers. Okay, so now first preparation method, by dehydration of alcohols. By dehydration of alcohols. Okay. Now, see clearly here one important thing I want to discuss here, dehydration of alcohols. So, this is the alcohol. Okay. Remember, alcohol undergo dehydration at two different temperatures. Okay. You know, dehydrating reagent is what? Sulfuric acid. Here also same sulfuric acid only. But here temperature is different. Remember, in first case I am taking 443 Kelvin. In second case I am taking 413 Kelvin. So in first case the product formed is the CH2 double bonded CH2. I think you know this is alkene. What is the name of that alkene? Ethene. And at lower temperature 413 Kelvin, what is the product formed? C2H5 OC2H5. What is this one? Diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. So remember here you see in both the cases reactant is same, reagent also same, but only thing is that temperature is differing. At 443 Kelvin we will get alkene, at 413 Kelvin we will get ether. How we are getting ether, that also we are going to see along with the mechanism. So please write quickly. Okay. Now in this mechanism, one two important points I want to go into. Let me explain. Okay. Now see clearly. First of all, formation of ether. Very important point. This one. Formation of ether is SN2 mechanism. Okay. You may ask me a doubt. Sir, you put the heading dehydration. Dehydration means E1 mechanism. But how you are writing SN2 mechanism here? Okay. How? So if we know mechanism, then we can understand clearly how it is SN2 mechanism. I hope you are able to understand this one. Okay. So now we are going to see the mechanism, and by mechanism we can clearly come to know how it is following the SN2 mechanism. Okay. Now what happened in the mechanism? First step what happened? CH3, CH2, OH. Okay. So here what happened? Let me take the H plus from sulfuric acid. So oxygen carry two lone pairs, then protonation happens here. Is it clear? Protonation happens here. So what happened here? CH3, CH2, OH2 plus is formed. This is called protonated alcohol. Is it clear? This is called as the protonated alcohol. Followed, let us take second molecule of alcohol. Remember, in the preparation of ethers, we have to take two molecules of alcohol. First molecule I took in the first step. Now, let me take the second molecule of the alcohol. So, second molecule of the alcohol is this one. Here also, oxygen contain two lone pairs. Now, this one will combine with the protonated alcohol. Clear? So, you know, oxygen cannot bear positive charge. Immediately it will depart. And oxygen will donate the lone pair to this one. Is it clear? So, you see, leaving group departing, nucleophile attacking happens at the same time. This is which mechanism then? SN2 mechanism. Okay. Leaving group departing, nucleophile attacking from backside. See clearly, nucleophile attacking from backside and leaving group departing, both are happening at same time. So this is the SN2 process. Is it clear? Then here what happened? So see clearly, the oxygen which is donating electron pair, now that will get the positive charge. So see clearly, CH3, CH2, now oxygen get the positive charge, it is bonded to hydrogen, it donated lone pair to CH2, CH3. Followed, Now oxygen cannot bear the positive charge, so immediately H plus will be removed out. So see clearly, in the first step I am using H plus, in the last step I am removing it, so it is a catalyst. Is it clear? Then what is the thing that is formed here? CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. This is called as what? Diethyl ether. So please write quickly. Hope you are able to understand this one. Completed, I think so, everyone. Now, here regarding this mechanism, some 2-3 important things I want to discuss. Okay, so see clearly. Okay, this method is used here. Let me mention clearly. This method is used to prepare ethers which contain primary alkyl groups. Is it clear? So this method is used to prepare ethers which contain primary alkyl groups only. Is it clear? Primary alkyl groups only. So remember, if the ether is there which contains secondary alkyl group, okay, if you want to prepare this ether, for that you have to take which alcohol? Secondary alcohol. Now, if you want to prepare the ether which contain tertiary alkyl, for that you have to take which alcohol? Tertiary alcohol. Okay, so I think secondary and tertiary are there now. They undergo dehydration and forms alkenes, but not ethers. So remember, in this way, ethers are not prepared. I hope you are able to understand this one. If you take secondary alcohol or tertiary alcohol, okay, you will get alkene by dehydration, but not ether. So in this mechanism, what is the order of reactivity? It is primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Okay, so primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Which mechanism? SN2 mechanism, no order of reactivity. This one. I think you are able to understand this process. So you cannot prepare ethers containing secondary alkyl groups or tertiary alkyl groups in this method. Completed. Entering into the next preparation method. Okay, so now next preparation method is the very important preparation method, many times repeated for the board examination and mains and advance. So see clearly, that is called as the Williamson's synthesis. Williamson's synthesis. Most important preparation method, this one also. Okay. Now see clearly what is this Williamson reaction. So now in Williamson, what happened? See clearly here. Rx, alkyl halide. Okay. Remember the Rx should be maximum up to 2 degree only we have to take. Only up to 2 degree, and X must not be equal to fluorine because fluorine is very poor leaving group. Is it clear? So this one when treated with NaOR dash, NaOR dash. What is the name of this NaOR dash? It is called as the sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide. Is it clear? Then see clearly here. Here remove the NaX part. NaX. Okay. Then what is the product obtained? ROR dash, which is called as ether. Ether. Clear? And many times I told you R dash. If R is equal to R dash, then that is the simple or symmetrical ether. Clear? Next, if R is not equal to R dash, then that is called as the mixed ether. So both can be prepared, simple or mixed ethers, both can be prepared by Williamson synthesis. And one important thing, Williamson synthesis will follow SN2 mechanism, remember. Hope you are able to understand this one. Clear? So now tell me, in SN2, what is the order of reactivity in SN2? Primary greater than, secondary greater than, tertiary. That is the reason why here I mentioned, see clearly, maximum up to 2 degree, because you know on 3 degree never SN2 happens. On 3 degree SN2 never happens. Hope you are able to understand this one. Followed, let us take some examples of Williamson. So now here let me take the CH3I. CH3I when treated with NaOC2H5. Complete this one. So what is the answer? Tell me here. Say clearly. Here NaI is removed out. Followed. Then what is the product that we are getting? CH3OC2H5. You see here mixed ether is prepared. Clear everyone? Mixed ether is prepared here. Now, if I take this one for example, next one you see clearly. Next one, CH3, CH2I is reacting with CH2, double bonded CHO minus Na plus. Okay, so try this one. I hope you are trying this one. I think you are doing this one. So here also what happened? This Na and this I. Okay. If you remove that part, then what is the ether that we are going to get here? CH2 double bonded CHO CH2 CH3. Clear everyone? Let me take here one more. CH3Cl when treated with pH O minus Na plus. So try this one. I hope you are doing this one. CH3Cl reacting with pH O minus Na plus. So here what you will do? Remove the Na plus. When you remove the Na plus, then what you will get here? pH OCH3. pH OCH3. Is it clear, everyone? So what is this PHOCH3? So now here I am writing its structure. See clearly. pH this one. Okay. Then this is O. This is CH3. Remember, PHOCH3 is also called anisole. Very important compound. This one. Okay. PHOCH3 is also called as anisole. Very important compound. I hope you are able to understand this one. Followed. Let us go for one more question here. Then tell me now what is the product that you are getting here? CH3, C, CH3, CH3, Cl when treated with NaOCH3. So try this question, everyone. Okay. Now here remove the NaCl part. So what is the answer that we are going to get here? CH3, C, CH3, O, CH3. Am I right? This is wrong. Okay. This product is not formed. Why? Here I took tertiary alkyl halide. Okay. Williamson will follow which mechanism? SN2. In SN2, do tertiary reacts? No. Therefore, what happened here? Elimination takes place. So, answer is this one. I think just now I told you, when you take tertiary substrate, then alkene is formed. Remember, everyone, but not ether. Okay. So remember, this is not formed here. Alkene is formed. Why? Because when you take tertiary, okay, Williamson follow SN2. In SN2, tertiary is very, very less reactive. That means on tertiary substrate, SN2 never happens. Clear? Right. Now let us go to the one more question. Okay. Now try to understand the question like this. I want to prepare one ether here. See clearly I am writing PHO. Now C, CH3, CH3, CH3. What are the reactants required to prepare this ether? Try this question everyone. What are the reactants required to prepare this ether? What are the reactants required to prepare this ether? Okay, here I am suggesting two methods. Tell me which is correct and which is wrong. So, first one, see clearly, first one is the PHCl reacting with NaOC, CH3, CH3, CH3. Is it clear? So, if you remove this NaCl, then you may get this ether. That is one pathway. Now, the second pathway is this one. See clearly, CH3C, CH3Cl. Okay, then reacting with NaOPH. Okay, so here also if you remove NaCl, then you may get this one. Now tell me which pathway is correct among these two. Which pathway is correct among these two? Okay, let us think about the first one. First one, is it correct? Tell me. Wrong. First one is wrong pathway. Why? Why? Because see clearly, everyone know PHCl. Okay, PHCl is with substrate, aryl substrate. Is it clear? Aryl substrates neither undergo SN2 nor SN1. Nothing is possible. Therefore, this is the wrong pathway. Now, is second one correct? No, that is also not correct. Second one. Why it is not correct? Here, the substrate is tertiary. Okay, but Williamson follow which mechanism? SN2. In SN2, tertiary never participate. Therefore, these are the not two methods to prepare this ether, and hence remember this ether cannot be prepared by Williamson synthesis. This ether cannot be prepared by Williamson synthesis. Hope you are able to understand this one. Like that, still some 2-3 ethers are there which we cannot prepare from Williamson synthesis. Okay, let me go for the next slide, and here I will tell you clearly. So here I am writing, you see clearly, following ethers cannot be prepared by Williamson's synthesis. Okay, total 3 ethers are there which we can't prepare. So first one is just now I told you na, that one only, PHO, C, CH3, CH3. This one. Now, second one, see clearly. CH2 double bonded CHO, CH double bonded CH2. To prepare second one, you have to take the vinyl substrate. But just now I told you, aryl substrate, vinyl substrate, and tertiary substrate never participate in SN2 mechanism. Okay, because remember, Williamson will follow SN2 mechanism. Clear everyone? And third one is PHOPH, diphenyl ether. To prepare this ether, we have to take aryl substrate. I hope you are able to understand this one. Pradyumna, TV ఎందుకు పెట్టింది అక్కడ? ఫ్యాన్ బంద్ చేయి. Is it clear? So these are the three ethers which cannot be prepared by Williamson. Hope you are able to understand this one, everyone. Now, here let us do some questions on Williamson. Okay, so very important questions are going to see clearly now. So complete the following. Complete the following. So first one, see clearly everyone now. So here let me take now ONA. Clear? Now this one reacting with CH3, CH2, Br. So I want you to solve this question. So here also what happened? NaBr is to be removed out. Then what is the answer here? So here OC2H5. I hope you got the answer here. Clear? Now next, one more question. Let me go to next page. Now this is one of the important questions. Okay, now see clearly OH, CH2, 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 Br. Okay, so this when treated with sodium, what is the product form? Try this question, everyone. I hope you people are trying this question. Now, let me explain here. Okay, now see clearly, here sodium is there. Okay, here alcohol is there. Alcohol is acidic. So, metals like sodium liberate hydrogen gas from alcohol. Am I right? Metals like sodium liberate hydrogen gas from alcohols. Is it clear? Then what happened here? See clearly. Let me take the solution here. When H plus is removed out, then what happened? O minus left over here. Okay. Then here see clearly O minus. Then here CH2, CH2, Br. Then minus attacks on this carbon, then Br minus will depart out. When O minus attacks on the carbon, Br minus depart out. That means, see clearly, everyone now, this is the nucleophile. Okay, this is the leaving group. So nucleophile and leaving group both are present in same compound. Is it clear? Nucleophile, leaving group both are present in the same compound. So to explain you well, let me number this one. This is first carbon, second one, third one, fourth one, including oxygen, 5. So what happened here? You will get a 5-membered ring including oxygen like this. This reaction is called as, what is the mechanism of this reaction? You know, SNI. SNI means what? You know, intramolecular nucleophilic substitution. Intramolecular nucleophilic substitution. And remember everyone, this, what is the name of this compound? THF, tetrahydrofuran. Is it clear? Now, once again, you see here, if the nucleophile and the leaving group both are present in same compound, then the reaction follows SNI mechanism. Intramolecular nucleophilic substitution. And in intramolecular, always a ring will be formed, always. Hope you are able to understand this one. THF, did you remember? Tetrahydrofuran. It was used as solvent in HBO reaction, hydroboration oxidation. I think you are able to follow this one. It is clear, I think so. Right. Now, let us do one more question. So here I am writing the question, see clearly, CH3, CH, OH, then here CH2, Br. So this is reacting with sodium. Now you try this one, same like the previous one. Completed. I hope you are able to understand this one. So again, sodium is there now. Sodium will remove hydrogen from here. Then oxygen gets the negative charge. So see clearly, CH3, CH, oxygen gets the negative charge. Then here CH2, Br. Followed. Now what happened? Negative charge attacks on this carbon, then Br minus will depart. Okay, by which mechanism? SNI mechanism again, same. Then what happens? See clearly here, CH3, CH, then here CH2. So see clearly, a 3-membered ring is formed. 3-membered cyclic ethers are called as what? You know, epoxides. This is called epoxide. 3-membered cyclic ethers are called as epoxides. Hope you are able to understand this one. Same like previous question. And here also you see mechanism followed is intramolecular nucleophilic substitution. Why? Because leaving group and nucleophile both are there in the same compound. Clear? right? Let us go to one more question here. So here I am writing, see clearly, CH3 CH2 OH. This one, when treated with sodium, a compound A is formed. Okay, now here let me take one more, that A which is formed, that when treated with, so 1 minute please wait here everyone. So let me write like this, okay, so that it will be clear to you. So here CH3 D, then here H and Br. So this A will react with this compound and forms B. So identify A and B. That's the question. Identify A and B. I think you are solving this question. First of all, sodium will react with ethanol, then A is formed. So what is our A? Here I am writing, say clearly, solution. Now first you will get this one, CH3 CH2 O minus, and this is our nucleophile. Am I right? Now this nucleophile will combine with the given reactant. One more reactant is there now, see clearly, CH3 Br H and D. Is it clear? This is the Williamson. So Williamson will follow which mechanism? SN2. In SN2, inversion takes place. Am I right? From the front side, bromine, that means leaving group will depart out. Okay. Nucleophile will attack from the back side. That is called inversion. Therefore, what is the product formed here? See clearly, product formed is here CH3, okay, here D, and here H will go to the front side. Then here what is left over? C2H5O. This one is C2H5O. Am I right? So this is called as the inverted product. Why? Because SN2 leads to inversion. Hope you are able to understood this one. Completed. Let us solve one more question. Now, see clearly one more question here. Try to understand. So now here, let me take CH3, D, then here H and Br. So this, when treated with aqueous KOH, a product A is formed. A is reacting with two reagents. One is sodium. Okay. Now, second one, see clearly, here methyl, here ethyl, here bromine, and here hydrogen. Then a product B is formed here. Identify A and B. Try this question, everyone. Completed. Let me solve this question. So now see clearly everyone now. Now here what happened? First of all, try to understand. The given alkyl halide is halogen bonded carbon is this one. It is bonded to only one other carbon, see clearly. So the given alkyl halide is primary. Okay. So primary is reacting with aqueous KOH. Which mechanism? SN2 mechanism. Hope you are able to understand this one. SN2 leads to what? Inversion. SN2 leads to inversion. So what is A? Then inversion means nucleophile OH minus attack from backside. Hydrogen will go here, CH3 here, D here. This is A. I think you are able to understand this one. Followed? Now, this is reacting with two reagents. So first of all with sodium. Okay. So what happened when it reacts with sodium? Then see clearly everyone now. So sodium will remove the H plus from the alcohol. Then here CH3, H, D, O minus will be there. And this is our nucleophile. Am I right? So this is reacting with this one. Okay. Me, Et, Br, H. So nucleophile attacks from backside, SN2. Is it clear? Let us go to the next slide to answer this one. So here, see clearly, here only Br minus will depart out. Okay, hydrogen will come here. Then this nucleophile attacks from the backside here. So what is the answer for this question then? So here, let me give the answer then. So what is the answer? See clearly, everyone. Me, okay, D, then here H, and here O. Me. I will do one thing to make you to understand well. I will explain in this way. So that it will be clear to you. Okay. So here in the previous slide, what are the reactants are there, that I will write in the next slide so that we can understand clearly. So now see clearly what are the things left over with us. Now here O minus, then here CH3, then D and H, D and H. Okay. So this is reacting with the reactant Me, then Et, then Br and H. Am I right? So what happened here? Br minus will depart out. Okay. Nucleophile attack from backside. Then what is the answer? May I know? What is the answer here? Okay. So do one thing. First of all, we will write this one. Okay. So see clearly everyone now. That one I am writing here. So H, then here CH3, then here D, then O. Is it clear everyone? So for this one, let me bond this one. So try to understand here everyone now. Here in the vertical line at the top methyl is there, at the bottom ethyl is there. Clear? Inversion means I can invert at on the horizontal line, or I can do inversion on the vertical line also. Both means same. I can do inversion on the horizontal line, or I can do inversion on the vertical line also. So now see clearly here everyone. So if I bring ethyl here, methyl here, okay, and H same, this is also called inversion, because Williamson will follow which mechanism? SN2 mechanism. Na? SN2 leads to what? Inversion. Okay, inversion means you can change the groups either on the vertical line or else on the horizontal line, anything. I hope you are able to understand here this question. You can do inversion either on horizontal line or else on vertical line, anything. Right now, coming to the point of the next preparation method of ether, Williamson completed. So now next one, from dry silver oxide, So now see clearly here, 2 moles of Rx, 2 moles of Rx, this one also up to 2 degree maximum, and X not equal to fluorine. Okay, so when you take the dry silver oxide, in this way I am writing Ag2O, this is the dry silver oxide. Oxygen carry 2 lone pairs. So what happen? Oxygen will give 1 lone pair to R, then X minus will depart out. Are you followed? Then what happened here? R, oxygen get positive charge. It is bonded to 2 silvers here, and X minus departed out. Followed? Now what happens? See clearly, this Ag is there now. Ag will take X minus and forms AgX precipitate. Then the sigma bond will shift towards oxygen. Okay, then here, what is the thing that is formed here? R, O, Ag, oxygen carry 2 lone pairs, and here AgX is the precipitate formed. Now, in the second step, let me take the other molecule of the Rx. Again, what happened? Oxygen will give 1 lone pair to R, X minus will depart out. Is it clear? Then what is the thing that is formed here? See clearly. Here, the thing that is formed here, R, O. Now oxygen get the positive charge. Silver is there. Then here R, and X minus departed out. So now what happened again? Ag again will take the X minus and forms AgX. Now this sigma bond will shift towards oxygen. So finally, what is the thing that is formed here? R, O, R, that is ether. Hope you are able to understand this one, ether. But instead of dry Ag2O, if you take moist Ag2O, then what happens? See clearly. Rx, when treated with moist Ag2O, okay, moist Ag2O means what you know? AgOH. Clear? So here what happened? AgX is removed out. AgX is removed out. Then what happened? Tell me. ROH. That means, remember everyone, alcohol is formed but not ether. Okay, so if you take dry Ag2O, then only we get ether. If you take moist Ag2O, okay, so here please be careful, moist Ag2O, then we get alcohol. Hope you are able to understand this point. These are the preparation methods of ethers. Okay, so from the starting, I will show you the slides here. See clearly, everyone now. Second one, oxidation reaction. Third one, preparation methods of ethers. That is the dehydration reaction. Mechanism of dehydration. Some important points regarding dehydration. Next, Williamson synthesis. Clear? Then next one. Then after this one, if you take tertiary alkyl halide, you will get alkene. Next, aryl, vinyl, and tertiary substrates never undergo SN2 mechanism, and they do not participate in Williamson. Then here I listed 3 ethers. That ethers cannot be prepared. Here I started questions, you see. Next, this one you see, intramolecular mechanism. Next here, one more example for intramolecular. Next one. Then this is one of the good questions. Then here, continuation of that question only. Then from dry Ag2O, then moist Ag2O. Moist Ag2O will give alcohol, but not ether. So please see clearly that one. Completed? Right. So preparation methods of ethers completed. Tomorrow we are going to see physical and chemical properties of ethers. Okay. Thank you, Ranjit sir.